Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Monday, April the 18th. We do have 3 games tonight, and I have 3 plays that I do like at first look. Recording this video on Sunday night. Most of the board has been posted for Monday's games, so we kind of have a lot of props available right now. And I was able to find 3 plays I did like. We're still waiting for like fantasy point projections to be added. And I'll definitely take a look at those on Monday. I do provide additional plays on Patreon. Forget to say this in a lot of videos, but if you guys enjoy the free plays, if you've been telling the free plays and they've been helping you win, you want to get more Prizepicks content from me, I do provide additional stuff over on Patreon. And we had a really big day on Patreon for the Patreon members on Sunday. Posted this tweet on my Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS by Noah. Basically, it's my YouTube channel name. But we went 7-1, so I had a 5-0 sweep on the Patreon plays. These were the 5 plays that I shared on Patreon for Patreon members. The one play we didn't hit was obviously the Trae Young PRA. What I do is I combine my free plays I share on YouTube, so that what I share in this video and what I share on Twitter, I put those plays in a group, and then I take my Patreon plays that I share for Patreon members, I put those in a group, and I just make different entries with all my different plays. I made 6 total entries for Sunday slate, and I was able to cash 3 of them, hit 3 10x payouts. So really, big time profitable day. Obviously, the 3 entries that I did not hit, those had Trae in them. Unfortunately, Trae had like the worst game I've ever seen. But we did hit the Kyrie's over PRA on Sundays, or in Sunday's video. We hit the over 36 fantasy points for Zach LaVine. That was a little bit of a sweat. LaVine was in foul trouble, but he ultimately was able to get there. But again, like I just ran different combinations of my free plays and my Patreon plays. Was able to get 3 winning entries. Had a 4-pick power that I hit. Had another 4-pick power that I hit, and then I had my 5 Patreon plays all in one entry. Hit all 5 of those. So big day on Sunday. Hitting the Patreon plays. Unfortunately, again, Trae Young's PRA, he just had a terrible game and he came up short. I would have profited an additional $3,000 if Trae Young got there, because I did have Trae in 3 other entries. But it is what it is, man. We move on to the next day. It was a very profitable day Sunday, and I'm hoping we can do it again for Monday's slate. But again, if you guys if you want to get access to my additional Prizepicks plays, I do provide those over on Patreon. The Patreon is linked down below in the description. You can check that out if you are interested. But before we do, talk through the 3 plays I like for today, just hit that like button. Guys, I always appreciate the likes. If you're new to the channel and you have not yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. We've really been, reaching a lot of people with these Prizepicks videos lately. The views have been going way up. Been gaining a lot of new subscribers, so really appreciate all you guys checking out the videos, hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me. So thank you guys, as always, for your support. And lastly, if you are new to Prizepicks, you have not signed up over there, you can sign up with my promo code Noah. They will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my code. And as always, you can tell the picks I give out in this video. You can make some picks for yourself. If you want to become a Patreon member and see, tail the picks I give out on Patreon, you can do that as well. But definitely sign up for Prizepicks if you have not yet. Use code Noah. Get that deposit bonus when you sign up. But let's go ahead and talk through the 3 plays I like for today's slate for Monday. We're going to start off in the PRA category. I have a PRA prop I like, I have a points prop I like, and then I have an assist prop I like. So we got a little bit of everything today. But the PRA prop I like that stands out quite a bit is OG Anunoby. I'm taking the over 24.5 points, rebounds, assists for OG Anunoby. So worth noting today that the Raptors are going to be really shorthanded. Gary Trent Jr. is doubtful, Scotty Barnes is doubtful, and Thaddeus Young is doubtful as well for the Raptors. So the Raptors probably going to be without 3 rotation pieces and obviously without 2 starters. You can take a look at their usage this season without Gary Trent, without Scotty Barnes. I mean, it's just big-time usage for Siakam, VanVleet, OG. Those 3 guys lead the team in usage, as you would expect. 28% usage rate for Siakam. VanVleet's got good usage. OG, though, 24.7% usage rate, averaging over 21.5 points per 36, averaging 5.5 rebounds per 36, over 3 assists per 36. So he's basically averaging, close to 30 points, rebounds, assists per 36 in the 286 minutes that he's played without Trent and Barnes on the floor. And we know the minutes are going to be massive for OG. I expect OG, Siakam, and VanVleet to all play probably 40 minutes. I mean, last game, Siakam played 40 minutes, even in a blowout. VanVleet played 36 minutes, but fouled out with like 9 minutes left. And OG, I think, played like 33 minutes or 32 minutes last game. Now you take out Gary Trent, now you take out Scotty Barnes. Like, the Raptors are going to have to rely on these 3 guys so much. And honestly, like, I'm really liking a lot of the Raptors props today. I just think these guys are going to play huge minutes. As long as the game doesn't blow out again, I mean, it's going to be hard for these guys to fail with how much they're going to be on the floor, with how much they're going to dominate the usage. And OG's PRA really stands out to me. Last game he went over this. He had 29 points, rebound, assists. He's gone over this in 3 out of his last 5 games. And now in the playoffs, they're really going to rely on these starters. We know the Raptors like to run a very tight rotation. They're going to play Van Vliet, Siakam, OG, probably 40 minutes each. Van Vliet might play over 40 minutes. Siakam might play over 40 minutes. OG should play around 40 minutes. So really like the over 24.5 PRA for him. That definitely stood out to me. If you wanted to take his points prop at 16.5, I don't hate that. He did go over that last game. He scored 20 points last game. But OG, like I said, he is one of these guys that can get rebounds, can get assists. He does average, like I said, over 5.5 rebounds, over 3 assists per 36. So feel pretty confident that if he scores 17 points and goes over his points prop, he's probably getting 8 rebounds plus assist and going over his PRA as well. So that's the prop I like today. The first one, over 24.5 PRA for OG Anunoby. And the second prop, another Raptor, really like the over 20.5 points for Fred VanVleet. So obviously Fred VanVleet, without Scotty Barnes, without Gary Trent, second on the team in usage, 25.4% usage rate in the 311 minutes he's played without those guys, and he's averaging over 24 points per 36, with those guys off the floor. And obviously, like I said, VanVleet is going to play massive minutes. He was on pace to play like 44, 45 minutes last game, but he fouled out. I think VanVleet plays over 40 minutes today. I mean, he's just going to have to take a ton of shots. The Raptors, again, they're really concentrated around these 3 guys. They're not going to get a ton of production from their bench. Like Kim Birch is a low-usage player. He's not going to provide much offense. Presta Chua is a fairly low-usage player, not going to provide much offense. Chris Boucher off the bench, maybe he starts. He's a guy that can score and can produce when he's out there, but this Raptors offense is just going to be so concentrated around these 3 guys. So I really like over on 20.5 points for VanVleet. I expect him to take a ton of shots. I expect him to have a high usage rate. He's going to play massive, massive minutes. I feel pretty good about him scoring 21 points here as long as he just has like a decent shooting game. Even if he has a bad shooting game, he could still get there just because I think he's going to take so many shots. So really like the over 20.5 points for Fred VanVleet today. That's another prop that stood out to me. And I think Siakam's props look great as well. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to take any Siakam props, but if you want to take points for Siakam, PRA, I think Siakam's going to play massive minutes. He's going to have massive usage. You could obviously go there too. But that's, those are the 2 Raptors props I like today. Hopefully VanVleet can stay out of foul trouble. I was on VanVleet's fantasy points last slate, and he did go over even though he fouled out. Hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble today just for my sanity. But that's 2 props I like from the Raptors. And then another prop I like, again, an assist one. I was on Jalen Brunson last slate. I was on his PRA, and he came through. He had a very good game. I think he finished with like 36 points from out assist, and we had like over 30.5. But today I like over 5 assists. I think this is my favorite prop for Jalen Brunson now. Again, you could take some of his other props, like you could take PRA again. It did go up a little bit off of what it was last game, but he had 36 points from out assists last game. Wouldn't be surprised if he has very similar amount, if not more today. He scored over 22.5 points. He scored 24 points last game. I mean, Jalen Brunson's just going to have a massive role. I mean, you can take a look at the usage this season without Luka, who's unlikely to play, so not expected to play. Without Tim Hardaway Jr., who's out for the season, and then obviously Porzingis no longer on the team. Jalen Brunson's played 587 minutes with those guys off the floor, 30.7% usage rate, has a 34% assist percentage, which basically leads the team. Obviously, Isaiah Thomas, he has a 50% assist percentage, but he's played 7 minutes, and Isaiah Thomas isn't even on the freaking team anymore. So 34.1% assist percentage for Jalen Brunson, which leads the team. Obviously, he's going to play some minutes with Dinwiddie. Obviously, his assist numbers might not be as high when Dinwiddie's out there with him. But actually, if you take a look at their assists last game, so Jalen Brunson led the team with 13 potential assists. He did only have 5 assists last game, so he tied his projection. He's tied his projections in back-to-back games. But his assist rate really climbs without Luka. Obviously, Luka is a very ball-dominant, high-usage player. So getting him off the floor is just going to mean more ball handling opportunities for Jalen Brunson, for Spencer Dinwiddie. And like I said, Jalen Brunson led the team last game with 13 potential assists. He played over 40 minutes. And if you actually look at the usage last game, these 2 guys, Dinwiddie and Brunson, dominated the usage. 33.8% usage rate for Dinwiddie last game, 32.9% for Brunson. Next highest guy was Josh Green at 20%. I mean, it's just going to be the Brunson and Dinwiddie show once again. They're both going to play close to 40 minutes, if not over 40 minutes. They're going to have the ball in their hands a ton. They will stagger Dinwiddie and Brunson as well. So Brunson will get some minutes on the court whenever Dinwiddie's not out there. And I think whenever Brunson's out there without Dinwiddie, he should be able to rack up a ton of assists then, because obviously he's going to be the primary ball handler. And even when he's playing with Dinwiddie, we know Brunson will still handle the ball some. So I feel really good about him getting over 5 assists today. He had 13 potentials last game. Normally, guys convert about half their potentials into actual assists. So it was very unlucky for him to only get 5 assists last game, having 13 potentials. He should have gotten at least like 6 or 7 assists on average. Dinwiddie, he had 8 assists on only 10 potentials. So I feel really good about Brunson getting over 5 assists today. This is my favorite prop for him, but if you want to take his points or his PRA, I don't hate that either. But I like over 5 assists as our third and final pick, over 5 assists for Jalen Brunson as our third and final pick for today. So these are kind of the free plays I like for today, guys. Again, I'm going to be putting my own money on these plays every single day. I did, obviously, I didn't win my entries yesterday that had Trae Young in them. I played 6 entries yesterday. I lost 3 of them because Trae was in 3 of them. But I did, I was able to win a good amount of other entries, though. 3 of my other entries with the Patreon plays went 5-0 on the Patreon plays. Did have, Kyrie in some of these, so I did have Kyrie's PRA in some of these. The Zach LaVine's fantasy points, I did have those, but those were with Trae Young. So unfortunate that, Trae cost us a clean sweep yesterday. Would have went 8-0 if Trae went over his PRA. But again, it is what it is, man. We move on to the next day. If you guys, have enjoyed these videos, if they have helped you, as always, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want more Prizepicks plays from me, you can check out the Patreon, link down below in the description. See all that I do offer over there. Again, you can tail the plays I give in this video. You can check out the Patreon plays. I usually give about 4 or 5 Patreon plays each day. And what I do is I take the 3 plays, so the 3 plays I give out on YouTube, I take those, and then I'll take however many plays I give out on Patreon, probably 3, 4, 5. I'll take those, combine them, and just run a bunch of different entries with all my plays. So basically I have, usually it's anywhere from like 6 to 8 plays I have each day. I'm trying to get as many as I can. Obviously, 7-1 on 8 plays, that's, a great record. We're not going to go 7-1 every single day, but those are the kind of days that, you really take for granted, because those are obviously great days, great profitable days. Was able to profit, a little over, $3,000 on Sunday, and obviously would have been way more if Trae came through. But again, it is what it is, guys. We move on to the next day. But that's what I've got for today's slate. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, appreciate you watching. Just hit that like button before you get out of here. Hit that subscribe button as well. Again, if you have not signed up for Prizepicks, you can sign up over there with my promo code Noah. They will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. And again, you can tail the picks I give in this video. Hopefully we can hit all 3 today. Hopefully we can go 3-0 on the free plays. Hopefully we can have a big day on Patreon as well. If you want to check out the Patreon, again, it's linked down below in the description. You can check that out if you are interested. But that's all that I got for today, guys. Wish you the best of luck as always. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.